Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights. So today's video is in continuation of SQL playlist series of LeetCode, and today we are going to discuss question number 196, that is delete duplicate emails. So in this question we have a table called person, and in this person's table there is a column ID and email address, and the ID is the primary key for this table, and each row of this table contains an email address. So you have to write a SQL query to delete all the duplicate emails, keeping only one unique email with the smallest ID. So if you will see the example, there's a person's table. The email address John is repeated twice with ID 1 and 3. The output that you need to get is just one email address, that is John, with the smallest ID equal to 1. So you have to remove all the duplicate email and get the email which has the smallest ID. Remember, you don't have to run a select statement, but you have to write a delete statement. So the delete statement has a syntax called delete from table where condition. So this condition depends on the use case. Here the use case is you have to delete the duplicate email and the greater ID from the table itself, and keep your smallest ID with one email address only. So to solve this question, I will show you two methods how to do it. One is using the simple delete statement from the person's table, and the second is using the row number function. So let's begin. For the first approach, I will just go ahead and select the person's table and again the person's table, because we have to compare the person's table with itself. So I have given a where condition where the email address of person's P1 table is same as person's P2 table, and the ID of person 1 table is greater than ID of person 2 table. So that is your where condition you have to give. So it means you have to delete any record in which the ID from the person 1 table is greater than the ID of the person 2 table, and the email address is also matched, right? So therefore you have to write first delete, then the P1, that is from which table, right? The P1 from the person 1 and person 2. So you are using both the tables, which is the same table, but you are giving an alias as P1 and P2 because you have to compare them using the where condition, using the email address. If the email address of both the tables are same, and the email and the ID of person's 1 table is greater than the person's 2 table, then you have to delete the records from the person's 1 table. So this is one approach how you can go ahead and delete it. So I'm running this command now, so it has accepted this one. So if you submit it, it should go ahead and submit. So let's see what is the second way of doing this particular question. You have to first use the select statement. So what I will be doing is I will be selecting the ID, the email address, and I will be creating a column, which is the row number column. So let's say the ID is 1, 2, and 3. So I will be doing a row number and partitioning it over the email address, that is John, and then I will be ordering it by the ID. So what will happen is it will create a partition of email of John, right? And it will order the same thing with the help of ID in ascending order, right? So I've not mentioned it as descending. By default, it is ascending. So I have created this row number and I've partitioned it by email and ordered it by ID. I have given it as an alias as RN. Why I have given it as an alias as an RN is because I have to filter out the records which are greater than 1. So what will happen is John will have an ID row number of 1, Bob will have row number 1, John will have row number 2. So whatever is greater than 1, I have to select that ID and then I have to delete it from here. So I've selected all of them and I have selected the ID from the inner select query where only the row number is greater than 1. So it will select the record which has the ID equal to 3. I will go ahead and delete those ID from the person's table, right? So I have written a where condition where ID is present in this select query. Those IDs only I need to delete from the person's table. So you have to write delete from the person where the ID is specifically in this select query, which is only the third ID, that is John, right? So it will go ahead and delete that particular ID and return us the result as John and Bob only. So let's run this query. It has accepted the record as well a few seconds ago. So this is how you can solve a question in multiple ways, in multiple approaches. I hope you understood how to solve this particular question. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.